Have you ever wondered why some older people refuse to go into a nursing home, no matter how old they are? As someone who's 84, I can tell you that decision isn't made lightly. It's the result of years of living, learning lessons, and understanding what truly matters at this stage in life. For some, a nursing home might represent safety and structure. But for others like me, it feels like the loss of freedom, choice, and dignity. That's why I've made up my mind I will never go into a nursing home. Today, I want to share the 5 reasons behind that decision. These aren't just personal reasons. They are truths that many seniors silently carry. Each reason tells a story about why staying out of a nursing home isn't just about avoiding a building, but about protecting the very essence of who we are. Stay with me until the end because the final reason might surprise you. It's something many seniors rarely talk about, but once you hear it, it could change how you view aging and independence forever. Now, let's dive in. Number 1, losing personal privacy. One of the strongest reasons I will never go into a nursing home is the fear of losing my personal privacy. At 84, I value my own space more than ever. Privacy isn't just about having a closed door or a quiet room. It's about feeling in control of your life and being free to be yourself without constant supervision. In nursing homes, there are set schedules, regular check-ins, and staff always around. While this may bring comfort to some, to me, it feels like my personal freedom is being taken away. Privacy is tied to dignity. Being able to decide when you want company and when you want to be alone is crucial to feeling human. In a nursing home, privacy is often compromised. Shared rooms, staff entering without warning, and constant monitoring for safety can all feel intrusive. For someone who has lived independently for decades, the thought of losing the ability to retreat, reflect, or rest on my own terms is unbearable. Take Margaret, for example. She's 85 and lived alone for nearly 20 years. After her husband passed, Margaret cherished the quiet evenings where she could read, pray, or sit in her garden alone. When she had to move into a nursing home after a fall, she was shocked by how little space she had to herself. Staff members would come in to check her vital signs, roommates would turn on the television when she wanted silence, and there was never a moment when she felt completely free. Margaret told me that it felt as if she had lost one of the last things she truly owned: her privacy. Losing privacy isn't just frustrating, it's emotionally exhausting. For many seniors, it feels like giving up the final boundary between themselves and the world. Without privacy, you may feel like a child again, constantly supervised and rarely trusted to manage your own needs. That sense of being watched or controlled chips away at your self-confidence and dignity. This is not how I want to spend the years I have left. At home, privacy means being able to enjoy silence, reflect on memories, and live at a pace that feels natural. It means having the freedom to invite others in or to close the door and keep the world out. Nursing homes, by their very nature, cannot provide that same sanctuary. That's why protecting my privacy is one of the strongest reasons I will never go into a nursing home. Number 2, the comfort of home and memories. Another reason I will never go into a nursing home is the comfort of staying in my own home, surrounded by the memories that have shaped my life. A home is more than just walls and a roof. It's a reflection of who you are. Every corner tells a story. Every chair holds a memory. Every photo on the wall brings back moments that made life meaningful. Leaving all of that behind for a facility, no matter how well run, feels like losing a piece of your identity. There's a sense of peace in waking up in a familiar room, with sunlight streaming through the same window you've looked out of for years. The old wooden table where family meals were shared. The worn armchair that's been your reading spot. Even the backyard where you planted trees and watched them grow. These are more than just objects. They are symbols of a life well lived. Nursing homes may offer clean spaces and organized schedules, but they can never replace the deep emotional comfort that comes from living among your own history. Take Eleanor, for example. She's 82 and raised her children in the same home she still lives in today. Every time she steps into the kitchen, she remembers the smell of Sunday dinners. Each holiday decoration she puts up connects her to family traditions. She once told me that if she ever had to leave her home, it would feel like leaving behind half of herself. That kind of connection cannot be packed up and moved to a nursing home. It's deeply rooted in the walls, the floors, and the very air of a place that has held decades of love. Staying at home also creates stability. After 80, change becomes harder to handle. The noise routines and unfamiliar faces of a nursing home can feel overwhelming compared to the steady rhythm of a familiar environment. The home you know offers comfort not only to the body but to the mind, keeping stress low and the spirit calm. That sense of security is invaluable, especially in later years when peace of mind becomes just as important as physical health. The comfort of home isn't about luxury or convenience, it's about belonging. A nursing home may provide a bed, meals, and safety, but it can never give you the feeling of truly being at home. That's why I choose to stay where my memories live, because they are a part of who I am. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us keep creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's continue. Number 3, distrust of institutional care. Another reason I will never go into a nursing home is the distrust I feel toward institutional care. Over the years, I've heard too many stories, both in the news and from people I know, about the treatment of seniors in nursing homes. Losing dignity in places that are meant to protect seniors is one of my biggest concerns. While not every nursing home is the same, the idea of being treated like a number rather than a person is something I simply cannot accept. At this stage of life, respect is more important than almost anything, and I have no desire to live in an environment where that respect might be overlooked. The structure of institutional care often prioritizes efficiency over individuality. Meals are served on strict schedules, personal routines are frequently interrupted, and the staff, though well-intentioned, are stretched too thin with too many residents to care for. This reality means that the small details that make us feel human can be lost. Rushing through meals, having little say in daily activities, or waiting a long time for help with simple needs can leave seniors feeling invisible. I don't want to spend my final years feeling like just another task on someone else's to-do list. Take Harold, for example. He's 85, and his daughter shared with me how he spent 6 months in a nursing home after a fall. The facility was clean, and the staff did their best, but Harold often complained about the lack of personal attention. He had always enjoyed a quiet breakfast and reading the newspaper before starting his day. But in the nursing home, breakfast was served at a set time, and if he was late, he simply missed it. The loss of personal freedom, combined with the constant feeling of being managed instead of cared for, made him bitter and restless. There's also the issue of trust. Families often hope that nursing homes will provide comfort and safety, but many seniors fear neglect or mistreatment. Even small things, like being spoken to impatiently or not being heard when raising a concern, can leave lasting scars. For those of us who value dignity over comfort, this loss of trust is enough to say no. A home should feel like a place of belonging, not a place where you constantly wonder if your needs will be met with patience and kindness. This distrust isn't about rejecting help. It's about protecting our identity and humanity. I would rather rely on family, neighbors, or local resources than risk being placed in a system where my individuality might be overlooked. That's why I choose to avoid nursing homes. Not because I deny their purpose, but because I don't trust that they can provide the personal care and respect I know I deserve. Number 4, the value of family and community support. Another powerful reason I will never go into a nursing home is because I believe in the strength of family and community support. Throughout my life, I have seen how relationships with children, grandchildren, neighbors, and even longtime friends can create a network of care that no institution can replace. Aging doesn't mean the need for love and belonging disappears. It means those needs become even more important. Nursing homes may provide shelter and care, but they can't offer the same warmth that comes from being surrounded by people who truly know you. Family support gives seniors a sense of purpose. When your children check in with a call, when a grandchild visits with stories from school, or when a neighbor stops by to share a meal, it reminds you that you still matter. These connections show that you are not just being cared for, but that you are still a vital part of the circle of life around you. That sense of belonging can't be bought with monthly fees or provided by a rotating staff. It's rooted in love, history, and the loyalty built over decades. Take Patricia, for example. She's 84 and chose to stay in her own home with the help of her daughter and a few close neighbors. Patricia's daughter takes care of the grocery shopping, while a neighbor helps with yard work. In return, Patricia bakes for them when she has the energy and shares stories that bring everyone together. Although she sometimes struggles with health issues, Patricia says she feels richer than ever because her life is filled with people who make her feel seen and valued. Her story is a perfect example of how family and community can fill the gaps where institutions fall short. Community support is just as vital. Churches, senior centers, and local programs often offer opportunities for connection, meals, and assistance. These resources help seniors with practical needs and keep them socially engaged. Being part of a community means having a role, whether it's volunteering, attending gatherings, or simply sharing wisdom with younger generations. Nursing homes, with their rigid structures, can sometimes reduce seniors to passive recipients of care. In contrast, family and community offer opportunities to keep giving as well as receiving, which helps preserve dignity and self-worth. For me, relying on family and community is not a burden. It's the natural way of life. Generations supporting each other is how humanity has always survived. I would rather lean on those bonds than hand over my independence to strangers, no matter how professional they may be. This is why family and community support is one of my strongest reasons for avoiding a nursing home. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating great content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move on. Number 5, commitment to self-care and lifestyle. The final reason I will never go into a nursing home is my personal commitment to self-care and maintaining a lifestyle that keeps me independent. Over the years, I've learned that small daily choices add up to make a big difference, especially as the body ages. Eating balanced meals, staying active, keeping my mind engaged, and paying attention to my health allow me to continue living at home. While I can't control every change that comes with aging, I can control how I respond to it. And that determination is what gives me strength. Self-care isn't just about health, it's about discipline and dignity. I start each day with a routine that keeps me grounded. Whether it's stretching, preparing a simple breakfast, or taking a short walk outside, these everyday habits may seem ordinary, but they create a rhythm that sustains both my body and mind. By caring for myself in these ways, I reduce the chances of relying too heavily on others or being forced into an institution. I believe that as long as I continue to honor these routines, I can maintain a life filled with purpose and independence. Take James, for example. He's 82, and despite arthritis and occasional heart troubles, he makes it a point to walk every day and prepare his own meals. He once told me that he sees these actions as his shield against losing his independence. His determination has allowed him to stay in his home, surrounded by the life he's built. James shows that while aging brings challenges, consistent self-care can delay the need for outside help and strengthen confidence in living alone. Lifestyle choices also play a significant role. Staying connected to hobbies, reading, gardening, or even simple household tasks helps keep the mind active and the spirit engaged. Nursing homes, with their rigid schedules, can't always provide the same personal fulfillment. When I take care of my own needs and continue doing what I enjoy, I remind myself that I'm still capable, still in control, and still living with intention. That's a freedom I'm not ready to trade for the convenience of institutional living. The truth is, self-care is not just about health. It's about protecting one's identity. By continuing to live in a way that reflects who I am, I maintain not only my independence, but also my sense of self. And that, more than anything else, is why I will never go into a nursing home. Final thoughts as we wrap up this video. I want you to take a moment to reflect on the 5 reasons I've shared today. Each one represents more than just a personal preference. It speaks to the deeper values that many seniors hold dear: independence, comfort, trust, family, and the daily commitment to self-care. These are not small matters. They are the foundation of dignity, and they are the reasons why I've decided at 84 that I will never go into a nursing home. This message isn't meant to criticize those who choose differently. Every person's path is unique, and some find peace in nursing homes. But for many of us, the idea of giving up the life we've built, the memories that shape us, and the choices that keep us whole is simply not an option. These reasons aren't about fear, they're about strength, protecting our identity, and living with purpose until the very end. So I ask you, what stood out to you the most? Which of these reasons resonate with you, or with the people you care about? Your reflections matter because when we share our stories, we remind each other that none of us are walking this path alone. Aging isn't just about the challenges we face, it's about the choices we make to keep our spirit alive. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments motivates and encourages us. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to